Urbex is the spirit of the Northwest. You and I will travel and go on adventures together. There's nothing like the Northwest. You and I will experience new things together. There's nothing like the Northwest. And it can be found here on PNWURBEX. PNWURBEX is spirit of the Northwest.
In the light of the 21st century, get ready for the future. Power up with guaranteed low prices in every department at Fry's Electronics.
This 17-inch TFT flat panel display is only $299.99 after mail-in rebate. Back up your DVDs with DVD Copy Plus, only $8.99 after $30 mail-in rebate. Canon's 10D digital SLR camera with interchangeable lenses is on sale now.
Remember, your best buys are always at Fry's. Guaranteed.
Welcome to Pacific Northwest Urbex. Today we're going to take a look at Fry's located in Renton, Washington. This store had opened in August 26, 2003, ultimately closing in February 2021. This store didn't really have a theme such as the other Fry's stores did. It comprised of about 140,000 square feet and did have a cafe. Now, I remember at the beginning of when this store opened, it was one of the very few stores you could pretty much go into and find anything electronic that you ever needed. Computer, home, pretty much anything. It was a great store to come to. It was always busy, many cashiers, many lines. It seemed like it was going to always stay busy, but as we know now, nothing lasts forever. In 2008, a high-ranking Fry's executive was charged with embezzling about $65 million from the company to pay off some gambling debts. Fry's also became known for poor customer service and making it difficult to do returns. Fry's also missed the opportunity to be a competitive online retailer such as other ones that were already established. In 2019, Fry's changed to a consignment model, where vendors were basically paid after their products were sold, but major manufacturers refused to participate, which led to the zombie store look that we can see here, where basically they had empty shelves and the items that were stocked were just generic items. This ultimately led, they were basically having a hard time in retail, and then they changed to this consignment model thinking it would help them, and basically it's kind of a slow death, kind of like Sears in a way. It's kind of crazy towards the end of their life here. In some aisles you can see them selling perfume or as seen on TV type products, and basically everything is just kind of empty store-wide. There was just really nothing to really even go in here besides maybe just take a tour around. But it was kind of sad to see that you could get everything at one place, and really you kind of switched to, you could probably get more electronics at your 7-Eleven than you could at a Fry's store. So what does Fry's in Renton, Washington look like today? Well, let's have a look. There was some people that thought that basically this building would eventually be torn down and repurposed for mixed use, residential and retail. Well, actually, Winco is going to be used in this exact same building with a major retrofitting, obviously. And we're going to take a look at the front here and the back and the side and everything. Now, we can't physically go inside. It's active construction site, and there were people working in and outside of the building, so we're not going to go wandering around on the property. But we can take a look from the edge of the fence here. Now you can see on the building they've torn down some of the Fry's aesthetics that were on the building. They weren't really nothing much. Like I said earlier, this building never really had a particular theme. It was just kind of a bland electronics building store. Unlike the other ones where they were pretty heavily themed. You can tell that at this point in the construction where some of the Winco theming is starting to be attached to the exterior. Now there is tons of asphalt and concrete that they are breaking apart in the parking lot. Parking lot is pretty huge. I think maybe the concrete might be from it's from the highway work that they're doing nearby and they're using this location to break it up, or they're breaking up all of the concrete and repouring concrete on the inside of the building. Not really too sure. I mean, typically in commercial construction, if you are reusing a structure such as this, you're going to basically just cut away channels and ditches into the existing concrete for new plumbing and electrical. It would be really unusual to have to tear up the whole pad inside of the building. But maybe that's what they're doing with this store. I have no idea. But like I say, it's going to be a Winco. It'll probably be a big win for the residents of this area, since this building's been unused for the last 5 to 6 years since Fry's has closed down. But anyway, we'll just go ahead and continue to walk around and see what is going on. Like I say, here's a bunch of the concrete. They're breaking it up there the day I was there. They're taking it out in chunks. I'm pretty sure they're taking it out of the store. Like I say, not really sure why. There's the old Fry's logo, store scar there you can see there. And you know what? Let's go ahead and head over to the front side. We'll see that it's really kind of a giant mess. Now, like I say, there's a lot of material out here. I'm assuming it has to do with this store, but there's also a lot of work going on the freeways nearby, so I'm not really sure if they had been using this parking lot for space to do that. Now we're in the back of the store where the loading dock is located, and here we can see that the Fry's Electronics sign used to be, and we'll take a look on the side of the building as well of what once was. So you know what, I really do want to thank you today. I really do appreciate you watching. Make sure you take care of yourself, have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.